When I was home in the summer, I took a little outing out to the graveyard. And that seems like an odd thing to do, but I was wanting to test out how I was doing with my mind around death. And so I actually realized the last time I was there was in 1981, which is 29 years ago. And I was trying to find the graveyard stone for my godmother, who was buried there that year. And I thought I could just make my way directly to it. And to my huge surprise, I couldn't find her gravestone. It wasn't where I thought it was, because it used to be on the edge of the graveyard, and now the graveyard had expanded in all directions. And so I started realizing something that I'm doing in my practice that is a huge obstacle. And I'm thinking that some things that come easily, I don't spend a lot of time with, and I move on to the things that I think are causing me challenges. And so in the 9-point death meditation, I thought I had it all figured out, that death is certain. And that seems, like a no-brainer. But as I was standing in this graveyard looking at all these headstones, I realized that that critical part of it I had sort of neglected in my meditation, because I thought, oh, well, of course, we all know that. Everyone's going to die. And then I'm in this sea of, headstones. So then I realized that I had been spending all my time on the other part, which was the time of death is uncertain, when I should have been addressing the first part. And the other realization I had was that in this sea of gravestones, I knew 90% of the people. And that if you've grown up in a town, you may have this experience. And so they were family friends, their relatives, their kids, the families I went to school with. I knew all of these names. So there's probably 3,000 people or more in this graveyard. I didn't count them that day. But again, it was sort of like this information that we think we have under our belt keeps going deeper and deeper. And so I spent some time looking around that whole graveyard and, spending time and thinking, okay, I knew that person's family. I knew that person's family. I'm related to this person. There's my grandparents. There's my uncle. It was a very fruitful afternoon. It wasn't morbid at all. And so, of course, with the death meditation, what it gets us to think about is how can we use our life in a meaningful way. And then hopefully it spurs us into action to practice. And it has really helped my meditation on death. So I highly recommend going to your local graveyard or going to the town where you grew up and checking out who you know who's no longer with us.